Happy 4th of July. Yeah, it's almost the end of the day today, but it's still the 4th of July, correct? We just spent a great several hours with our family. They live about 20 miles north of here, a little bit more. And we had a big gathering. There were 13 people there, which was kind of cool. Good news was we didn't have to do any cooking, I think, as I mentioned yesterday. So it was all cooked for us. They even went out of their way to produce salmon for me, which is kind of cool because I don't eat meat. And that was really good. So I really enjoyed it. So we had a good time. We just got by. Our cats are hungry. My wife is feeding them right now. So that's about it. So here we go. Today's reading, he doesn't mention the 4th of July at all in the reading, which is kind of surprising. But anyway, there we are. The readings this month so far have been uplifting, which I like. I think the readings for the everyday ones, the daily guides, are ones that should be uplifting. And the rest of the magazine has got a variety of stuff in there. Some of it is teaching us things, some of it's reminding us things, but the daily guides by and large are always uplifting. And I can honestly recommend the Science of Mind magazine. It's available in print. It's available as a digital edition. We get both because we subscribe to the digital and the print. My wife reads the print. I read the digital. So there you are. That's the end of the commercial. But believe me, it's a really worthwhile magazine. Very uplifting. And as I said, it's been in publication for almost 100 years. The first quote is from someone I think many people have heard. I don't want to say most, but many. Abraham Maslow. He was a psychiatrist. He's famous for his pyramid that ends in self-actualization. Talks about things at the bottom of the pyramid, things like safety and belonging and so on, and ends in the self-actualized person. So that's Abraham Maslow. He says, "The sacred is found in the ordinary. It is to be found in one's daily life, in one's neighbors, one's friends, one's family, and in one's backyard." Yep, and I would even say the creatures in our backyard are our neighbors. Ernest Holmes in This Thing Called You says, "As you enter more completely into conscious union with life, you will realize the universe holds as much good for you as you can take." In other words, it's up to you. And that was from This Thing Called You, page 54. And Rev Ron Fox says, "I love the above quotes from Abraham Maslow. The sacred is found in the ordinary, is to be found in one's daily life, in one's neighbors, friends, and family, and in one's backyard." He says it reinforces that anywhere we are can amaze us if we are alert. Author Sam Keen writes, "The best practice is to follow the advice posted on every railroad crossing. Stop, look, listen." He says we enjoy life more when we pay attention to the beauty that is around us. My wife is an artist. Sometimes when we're out walking, she will take out her phone and take a picture of something that looks quite ordinary to me. When I ask her why she chooses that subject, she would say something to the effect of, "Well, it's got a subtle beauty and she would like to draw it or to paint it later." And I would have just walked right by. God's beauty is everywhere. There's a fable in the Jewish tradition that before birth, the human soul roams the universe, collecting knowledge, seeing beauty, and being endowed with wisdom. Just before birth, the angel of death approaches and touches the soul so that the baby forgets all that it knows. Yet it retains a vague feeling of all that it has lost. And that is why we're born crying and why we seek all our lives for what was lost. This quote from an anonymous source sums it up perfectly. Quote, "As we grow older, real beauty travels from the face to the heart. Appeal turns to charm. Her turns to wisdom and great moments, and those turn into shared memories. The true beauty of life isn't how happy you are now, but how happy others are because of you. Well, I said the true moment of life is when you're happy and others are happy. That's my philosophy. But I get his point, that it isn't all about us. It isn't all about me. It isn't all about you. It's about us. And us is the human race. And when they talk about before birth, the soul gathering all this information, Ernest Holmes believed that when we pass from this life, that our soul survives the death of the body, and that we continue to expand in knowledge, that we continue in ever growing circles. Well, actually, he used the term spiral. He believed that life is a spiral. I've mentioned this on many occasions. And a spiral, of course, means that it goes up, but it comes down again before it goes up. So, in other words, life is a continuous learning curve forever. That we learn, we come back, we digest that information, we learn some more, we come back, we digest that, we only learn some more, and we come back and we digest that. So, I would say before and after birth as human beings, we're actually engaged in the process of learning and growing forever. And when the universe goes away, well, life will still go on. The spirit will still be there, and something else will take its place. Maybe another universe. Maybe there are multiverses. I don't know. But the bottom line is that we are here to do good for ourselves and to do good for other people. That is my philosophy. Now, how does he end this? And let's take this as our closing treatment. Today, I take a moment to appreciate the beauty all around me. I know that everywhere I look, I see the beauty of God manifesting in all its majesty. I am truly blessed. And I claim that this is truth. I release my word in gratitude, saying that it is done, and so it is. And Reverend Lisa will be here tomorrow. She will be on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page tomorrow, not necessarily on where you saw this. So I'll be back tomorrow about 9:15. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully about 5 p.m. all Central Time. And then we will see what life brings us then. So until next time, namaste.